The DSBN's 4th Annual International Concussion Summit is underway here in Niagara Falls, with educators and coaches from across Canada coming together to hear from medical experts and learning how to enhance the school's protocols.
The really interesting thing about the growth of this Concussion Summit is that we've had more and more healthcare providers attending our summit, such as physiotherapists and medical doctors, and especially in the Niagara region, which is really good for us because it helps us make a connection with them and our coaches and our administrators and our staff.
The DSBN developed an administrative procedure in 2012 to address concussions. Students who now suffer from one must go through a 6-step rehabilitation phase before they're allowed to return to play.
The board recognized that as an issue and that we have to have a policy. Once the policy is in place, the real work after that is, so what do we do about that? What kind of resources do we provide to teachers? What kind of resources do we provide to schools? And how do we make those connections with our partners in the healthcare industry? And so we have procedures for that, and we have resources in all of our schools.
Dr. Gerald Goya, Division Chief of Pediatric Neuropsychology, talks about the message he delivered today.
The message is that we need to support kids with these injuries, with concussions, in a team-oriented approach. We need the medical system to understand how to identify, how to treat. We need the schools to understand that they need a team approach to supporting kids. We need the medical providers to talk to the schools, and we need the families to be well apprised of all of that so they can support their kids. You know, the bottom line is this is an injury that is complicated.
Buffalo Bills legend and Hall of Fame running back Thurman is amongst the keynote speakers at the International Conference. Thomas is speaking about his experience dealing with head injuries he sustained during his career and the importance of educating players, parents, teachers, and coaches about dealing with concussions.
The main message for me is that, I've been through the wars, I've been through the protocols, I've been through all the parameters of being a football player and being at the position that I played running back. Obviously, I did get hit a lot, but, I want the parents to be aware that that the National Football League, the Canadian Football League, high school, Little Loop, I think we're doing a lot more than we did in the past, but that trend needs to continue. It's a great sport. It builds discipline. You gain a number of friends, not only from the team that you're playing on, but the people that you play against. And that's the most important thing that I wanted to. I know there's a long way to go with the CTE and all that stuff, but it's such a great game. People love it. Fans love it, and parents love it too. They just want their kids to be a little bit safer, and I think, with everything that we have, with the technology that we have today, I think it will get safer, and we will see some answers. It may not be tomorrow, it may be 10 or 15 years from now, but we will see answers of what is really causing all these things with CTE and in brain injuries.
Minister of Education Liz Sandals addressed the conference and says the conference is important for educators from all school boards.
There's so much information that people need to know and that they don't necessarily know. So to have an opportunity to bring experts in the field of concussion care and prevention and treatment, diagnosis, to bring that all together and share the information, and then it can go back to boards around the province is just so important.
While it's important for teachers and coaches to be aware of the implications of a concussion, it's also important for parents to be educated and notify schools if their child has suffered from a head injury. All of the presentations from this conference will be made available at icsniagara.com. In Niagara, for The Source, I'm Katie Sinclair.